Yeah. Ah. Merry meet. All you ghouls and witches and thingies. Welcome. Well, what am I going to talk about today? Well, Dark Raven Winners has put an article on of great interest. So I will support that and cover it. Many of you have seen footage of UFOs in the sky, and they look like little lights. Well, I've got a surprise for you all. There were some Swedish deep sea divers, and they went down and they made a remarkable discovery. First they picked it up on their sonar. The discovery blew their minds. So they reported it into the States. They were quite well known divers, by the way. The company that was doing it was a salvage company. I think it was for sunken ships, wasn't it, love?
Yeah.
And they reported it to them and showed photographs and sonar of this strange object that they saw. The investigation team from America became very interested, and they went to check it out.
And Russia.
And yes, and Russia. Both teams. The result is the 10th Fleet was mobilized and was heading out to the Baltic. That's where this object was seen. And they headed out to the Baltic. It's about 300 foot underwater as far as I know what was there. They discovered a UFO. Now it had been subject to terrific pressure, so there was a certain amount of crushing on the craft. And it also showed the approach lines of where it came in, it hit the bottom, and it skidded across the ground, and it showed the lines of where it travelled. Now, it has been hushed up. I mean, I believe Fox News went and covered this as well. The craft was the CNN as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, CNN also covered it. The craft itself looked something like out of Star Wars. What was the name of it, Adrian?
The Millennium Falcon.
Those that have seen any of the Star Wars films remember the Millennium Falcon. The shape is very similar to that. And it's 90 foot across. Big enough for about 3 people. So it'd be a scout craft, if anything. Not big enough to be anything else. Now, the country that salvages this craft, it could change the whole power struggle in the world because of the technology that would be in that craft. Now this isn't bullshit, this isn't something hairy-fairy, this is for real. I have seen the footage, I've seen the pictures, and the craft is definitely very similar to the Millennium Falcon. And what really amazed me is that the director of that film, Lucas, is it?
Yeah, Lucas. George Lucas.
That George Lucas had insight that he described this craft in his films. He brought it into his films, which to me is a phenomenon in itself. The craft looks identical. There are some parts that aren't the same, obviously. It's not 100% picture identical to Lucas's film, The Millennium Falcon, but the general shape is the same. This supersedes everything we've heard about the Roswell crash, the landing that happened in England. It supersedes all that. You're talking about the American fleet and the Russian fleet heading out towards it as fast as they can. It's in international waters, by the way, so, but there still could be problems.
Depends which one gets there first.
Yeah, it depends who reaches that craft first. Now remember, the Baltic is also part of Russia, I believe. So it should be interesting to see what the results on this is. You can be sure there'll be a mass coverage and there'll be a gagging order on it, same as there was for Atlantis. But what I have seen just blew my mind. Because if it's a scout ship, that scout ship's got to come from a mothership. And it's not a deep space craft. Not at 90 foot at any rate. Not unless it's full of midgets. So, I don't know what site you put this on now.
SOL.
It's on SOL, those who can track it down, either the second or third page. So, track it down and have a look. Tell me what you think. This is not a hoax. This is nothing hairy or fairy about it. This is not a weird little light in the sky. This is for real. Okay, that's the end of that. My son is so engrossed in his phone, he isn't thinking of what the time is. Goofball.
I've been checking it. You 8 minutes have passed.
8 minutes?
Yeah, I've passed.
A whole 8 minutes? Oh, wow.
Yes. And I have some news for you when the videos are finished.
You have some news when the video's finished. Okay. So, very soon now, we're on to summer solstice. Now, as you know, I usually do channeling. I usually channel before summer solstice, or before any great moment. And I'll do the same again today. I have no idea what's going to be said. I haven't a clue. So we'll just have to see what Canunas comes through with. There's so many things happening. Oh, before I leave this, I'd like to mention to Mariella. Yes, very strange about the peacock, wasn't it? Now you know. And I think great things could come of this. Don't miss the opportunity, Mariella. Don't miss the opportunity. It's coming and it's happening for you. A lot is happening for you. Now, some of it I'm only aware of what I pick up psychically, because I'm not privy to your conversations with Dark Raven One, because that's girl talk. It's between you two. And I think it's great. I see that John is now more active on his laptop, on Facebook again. I was into it. Interesting. Very interesting. At least he's showing activity of a creative form. So it looks like we're coming to the end of this video.
You should have another 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Wow, did you hear that, folks? Another whole 3 minutes. I don't believe it. Oh my God. It's all right. Adrian's catching flies.
Shut up, you.
Oh, the weather here is bloody warm, I tell you. I got this fleece on. I don't know why I put it on. It's like being in a sauna. I'll have to get it off because it's so hot over here. Yes, we did tamper with the weather a little bit, and I'm in deep shite.
Yeah,
over
you're in the bad books.
it. Oh God.
Wake up, rise and shine. Did you get your snooze?
The forecast stated that it was going to be heavy rain and there's going to be floodings, blah, blah, blah. I can't have that. Not when I'm going out shopping. How dare they? Have a happy and eventful Father's Day. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Enjoy and be happy. What was it about the young one? Who sent that healing for the young one, love?
Mariella.
Was it Mariella?
For her grandson, Thomas.
Mariella, Thomas will be fine. We're already working on that. And he will be fine. Trust me. He is already recovering he's responding to treatment. So folks, that looks like the end of today. Until I do channeling. Merry we have met. Merry we part. Merry we will meet again. Namaste Om Shanti. I still got